Hey, what's going on, you guys? Very happy and thankful Memorial Day to all of our armed forces in the great US of A. Not just to them, but to all of our first responders, our police, our firefighters who dedicate their lives for good, who dedicate their lives to the protection and safety of us civilians. Not to the ones that endure in brutality and corruption. Those guys don't matter. What matters is the true soldiers, the true lawmen, the true rescuers, the true first responders. And also thank you to anyone in the world, whether it's Europe or Asia, who dedicate their lives to freedom and to end tyranny. I'm here with another video posted on my channel for the Cinematic Warrior, here to talk to you guys about one thing. One of the first things I wanted to talk about was this: pistol safety for cinematic, film, television, whatever. Just handgun safety for cinema. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. So, like, if you want to become an actor and you want to be an action star, my recommendation, first of all, is to, one, get a pistol permit, no matter what state you're in. Because it's really important. I also want to talk to you guys about one thing. With all these mass shootings going on nowadays, like with whether you're a supporter of the Second Amendment or whether you're not, the important thing is to remember this: weapons are just tools. They're like this old saying that was written by a man a long time ago, somewhere in Africa, I'm not sure, but he said the first tool was a stick to keep the bad things away. The rope was the first tool to bring things together. Weapons, firearms are tools to keep bad things away. They're not meant to be used to cause harm to the goodness and to the true, people of this world. Weapons should belong to honorable people, people who actually enjoy, and support love, freedom, and peace. So that's the first thing I want to say to you guys is that no matter who you support or whatever like political faction you're a part of, it does not matter. What matters to me most is that you understand that weapons are not toys. Whether it's a knife or a sword or a gun, they are tools. Treat it as such. So, now back on to business. So, first lesson I said is get a pistol permit. You want to start off first off with handgun training. You could start with rifle or shotgun. That too we will get into in a later video. Most importantly though is handgun safety first. So, I have here a Smith & Wesson MP 9mm. So the Smith & Wesson right here, it's a good gun, good standard 9mm. What's really important about this is that holds 10 rounds, and you have to remember that there is no hammer on this, there is no safety. All the safety is right here and right here, the trigger, the breech right here, the lock. So most important thing though is this. So got a 10 round magazine here, right? Now if I'm going to be aiming at something, right, if I'm going to be aiming, it doesn't matter what it is, right? It doesn't matter what it is. So first off, make sure it's not loaded, and well, we're not even going to load a magazine. Just going to do this. So if I'm holding it right here, right, I'm pointing it right at the camera, make sure you're aiming directly across this line right here. You got your back sights here, front sights here. And you want to make sure you're holding it right. You want to make sure that you have your hands right here, nice and good, your finger off the trigger, your left hand, palm over like this, have your thumb right here, just underneath the breech. You're holding it. Shoulders apart, nice good stance, right? You want to have a really good stance, just right here, slightly bent elbows, right here. That way, you have nice control and you're good. Now, second lesson is this. Obviously, handgun safety is most important. There's nobody around for me right now. So the important thing is that to remember that this is just a tool. Just a tool. And you got to be careful with it too. I mean, you got to make sure that you have the proper safety, and make sure that, like, if you're going out firing, make sure, you know, like, well, if you're practice shooting, that no one's around you. No one's, you know, in front of you, behind you, whatever. I personally think that handgun training should be by yourself. That way no one's around. That way you can, say, if you point it in a direction it's not supposed to be pointing, except right here I got a camera, there you go. You know, it's just, I got a tripod right here, which is the best thing for it. You just got to be careful. My third final lesson is for shooting is breathing. Focus on your breathing. You want to have nice, easy, controlled breath. That's it. Just go out and just practice. That's the most important thing right there is practice. You know, practice makes perfect. So, you know, if you want to be able to use a gun in action film or an action TV series or whatever, you got to have the proper training, because the Alec Baldwin situation is still pretty popular. You just got to remember that to always treat a gun as if it was loaded. Always treat this as always it was loaded. Now, fourthly, final lesson is just plain this. Always remember that your number one safety is your finger. Always keep your finger off the trigger. Always, no matter what. You know, you can have it hanging right here, you can have it hanging in the back right here, but always keep your finger right off that. Keep your finger off that trigger. Other than that, you should be good to go, like I said. Now, eventually, I will get into shooting. Right now, for this main video right now, this first one will be just about, you know, just basic skills you need to know. Basic skills. Always start out two-handed. Never go into one-handed until you're absolutely ready to. When you're absolutely comfortable using this two-handed. So, thank you guys. It's been another great video, and like I said, happy Memorial Day to everybody, you know, all across America and the entire world. And can't wait to guys to well I can't wait to show you guys the next video. You know, it's been a while, and I hope to get into another one. I'll be talking about videos for any type of weapons or any type of skills you need to use for cinema. So happy Memorial Day, guys, and I'll catch you later.